Hi, I'm Sam Sorbo for the Accidental Homeschooler. Yesterday I talked a little bit about what school doesn't teach, and there are a lot of things this school doesn't teach. And one of the things that I've been harping on for a while, and if you read my book, They're Your Kids, you'll see, you will already know this. The school doesn't teach about civics anymore, or barely. Okay. And I mean, I've seen schools that maybe they'd spend 2 weeks on American history, like the real American history, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the Bill of Rights, the um, the Federalist Papers, all that stuff. If they spend 2 weeks on that, they spend 6 weeks on UNDOR, the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, which is antithetical, really, to the American ideals. And so, one thing that I really want to encourage you, and I've done this before, but we're going to say it again. I have new resources for you. Is teaching your kids about the Constitution. The Constitution is probably one of the most important documents in human history. The U.S. Constitution. There are others. The Magna Carta certainly ranks up there. The Bible, of course, premier. But there are others. But there are resources for you to, you're going, but I don't know how to teach the Constitution. And my first thing is always go to the document itself. If you go to constitution.com, you will find the Constitution and all of these other great documents in human history, great documents in American history, but also great documents in human history. Always go to the source. That's a great place to start. But if you're going to teach it, yeah, you might want some commentary, so that, because if you're teaching it but you're learning it for the first time, then you do want some commentary. Constitutioncoach.com is a phenomenal resource, and so I highly recommend it. And it comes to you from patriotacademy.com, and patriotacademy.com will offer you the resources for how best to teach the Constitution, to teach fluency in the Bill of Rights to any group. And so I did this a couple years back. A friend of mine wrote a series called 10 Steps for Freedom. I think it's still available online, and it is more, well, it's about current day values. And so there's a little bit about the Constitution, but it's also more about sort of what's happening in the culture today. It is not a financial thing. People thought, oh, this is a financial thing. I don't need, how to get out of debt. That's not what it is. 10 Steps for Freedom is about preserving American freedoms. And I dare say the woman who put this together is just beside herself today with the oversteps, the overreaches that we see from our government under COVID right now. That said, it is a phenomenal resource, and what it encourages you to do is to invite your neighbors into your home to watch, and it's like once a week for 10 weeks, something like that. Maybe just 5 weeks, I'm trying to think. But anyway, you invite them into your home and you watch a video, and the videos are provided. They're about an hour long, and then you have a discussion about the video, and it includes discussion questions. So it's just fun. Have a glass of wine, share a glass of wine with your girlfriends or the other couples in your neighborhood or couples that you know from church, and sit around and discuss these important issues. And as you go through it, you grow. You just grow. And we ought to be growing. If you're not growing, then you're dying. Do you know what I mean? Like, we should be moving forward. We should be improving ourselves every day. And so that's one way to do it. Constitutioncoach.com is another way, and Patriot Academy is another way to bring the Constitution, to make it important in the lives of your children and in your lives and in your neighbors' lives, and to bring them in. And it encourages community, and it encourages the ideals of freedom that keep this nation the greatest nation, that make this nation the greatest nation in the world. And so I really encourage you on that journey. If you do it over the summer, what a fantastic idea to do this as we are emerging from COVID. You can have small groups at your house. You're not violating any edicts, any mandates from your governor, right? And you have this opportunity to draw people together and also to discuss what's happening to our culture right now. So I encourage you in that. It's a very sort of homeschooling philosophy type of thing, is to, we talked about stick in the sand and that kind of thing, to go back to basics and really just start examining things. Examine them, explore them, ask questions, have discussion, and grow. And invite your kids in too. I mean, make sure obviously that you're including the kids. If they're 3 or 4, maybe it's a bit too much, but as of 7, 8, 9, they can pay attention. They have something to add to the discussion, and I really encourage you on that. It's part of, we don't talk down to children. We speak to them at and above their level so that they can aim higher, right? So we offer them that target. So have the discussion about the Constitution with your kids, and you might be surprised with what they come up with. All right? So be encouraged, please, and do embrace the homeschool journey. It will bless you more than you can possibly imagine. Go to samsorbo.com. If you want more information, feel free to email me. I love getting your emails, I got to say. I love the questions that I get. This actually was inspired by a question that I got online, so I'm grateful for that. And also tune into the Sam Sorbo Show. Just go and sign up for the podcast and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And there's details below. So thanks so much for listening. I'm Sam Sorbo. Bye for now.